Right guys, so we are following up on the tendinopathy series that we did. We've had quite a good response in terms of people viewing the videos, and I thought we'd use this as an opportunity to just go through a couple of little things, the ISO holds and some little strategies that you might want to employ as far as we're going to cover a patella tendinopathy. And Brett, this is for you, you know you are. So ISO holds, isometric holds, we're using these from an analgesic perspective, so this is going to reduce pain sensation in the quadriceps tendon and the patella tendon, and that should give you about 45 minutes of relief. But what it also does, when your tendon's inflamed, you also find that it tends to disrepair. So the tendon, rather than resting, which makes it worse, this is an opportunity for you to keep training through whilst the tendon's recovering. So they're not designed to be pain-free, but they shouldn't be excruciatingly painful. And what you're trying to do is load the machine up with your isometric holds, so that after 45 seconds, which is the time you're going to hold it for, you've reached muscular failure. So next two videos, we're going to do an isometric hold on the leg press machine, an isometric hold on the leg extension machine, then I'm going to show you a Spanish squat, sissy squat, which works really well as far as your concentric and eccentric exercise to improve tendon health. So Dan shouted at me again. We always have this on videos. No, don't do it like that, do it like this. I look at the clock and she tells me, don't look at the clock when you're doing this. So, isometric holds on the leg press machine. So isometric means there's no movement, it's a static muscle contraction. There's about, 8 plates on there, 8 plates a side on there. I'd probably use about 10, maybe 12 plates if I was doing this as a working set. If your knee's sore, 8 plates is probably going to be sufficient, but what you're looking for is loading the machine up enough that you essentially fail at around 45 seconds. So you're shaking like a shitting dog at 45 seconds. So, onto the machine. So 45-second hold. I would hold it for 45 seconds, but that would be really boring to watch. 1 to 2 minutes rest. Back into the machine. Another 45-second hold. So you're going to repeat that process 5 times, 45 seconds, and you should find that when you finish that, you have about 45 minutes where your tendon feels less painful. What it's also doing, from a tendon perspective, is your tendon, when you rest it, so the common mistake people make is they say, right, knees are sore, I'm not going to train for a few weeks, they come back in, the tendon's weakened in those few weeks they've not been training it, they try and go back into the same weight as they were lifting beforehand, which they can lift from a muscular perspective, but the tendon's not strong enough to support that now because it's had 2 or 3 weeks rest. And as a result, it just re-inflames the tendon. So they go around in this kind of cycle of no pain, pain, no pain, pain. So that would be exercise number 1, isometric holds on the leg press machine, 45-second holds, 5 repetitions, with about 1 to 2 minutes in between each one. My bum not big in this. I'm sat down now so you can't see me bum. Right, another alternative. I think if your tendons are sore, you're going to find this is probably, you're going to choose the leg press. If your tendons aren't too squealy, you might find you get on really well with the leg extension. So try both and see which one works better for you. So, same thing, isometric holds on the leg extension, bringing the bar out to about mid-range position, and you're going to hold in that position. 45 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. Back down again. 1 to 2 minutes rest. And then back into your...
You find that hard?
I find that hard. And then back into your next 45 seconds. So isometric holds, leg extension, analgesia, loading the tendon, which is part of the rehab process. That could be either piece number one, or it would be something, you'd omit this one if the tendon's a bit squealy and use the leg press instead. Try both, see which one works better for you. Right, we're on a sissy squat. I think these are sometimes called Spanish squats, not quite sure why. So this would be my go-to in terms of once you've done your isometric holds on your leg press or your leg extension and you're into your heavy, slow resistance, this would be my go-to choice as far as returning back into conventional squats, leg pressing. So this would be our transition. So we're going to use this at the moment as a free exercise with no weight. But you could set this up into the Smith machine, you could set this up into the squat rack, so it's weighted, and then into your sissy squat position, and back up from there. So basic sissy squats, trying to push your bum out behind you, trying to keep that load onto your quadriceps, off that tendon, and taking it as deep as you feel comfortable. You'll tend to find with your knees, it'll be at the bottom of the position, so it's when you're in the hole, that you'll find that will aggravate your tendon the most. So you might find in the early stages, just staying shy of that point where your tendon becomes squealy might be useful.
I'll go around the side to keep the angle.
So back into that position there. It looks big in that.
Yeah, it's massive.
I wish. So, sissy squats, you'll do maybe a week or so of your isometric holds, start to reload your tendon back up, onto your sissy squats. We're not doing anything else as far as your quads are concerned, your patella tendon is concerned. We're going to use the sissy squat exclusively. Yes, do some hamstring work, yes, do some glute work, that's really important to maintain that balance, but from a tendon reloading perspective, this is going to be our go-to exercise. Okay, so that's sissy squats. I'm going to show you a variation now, if you don't have a sissy squat machine, with a couple of power bands. So I've got my bondage straps, my 50 shades of grey moments, 50 shades of gay as Dan would say. I'm going to walk back. So this is our alternative to our sissy squat. Same things again. So down into the bondage squat. Making sure there's plenty of tension on the bands, it's below the knee joints, you're walking back to break some tension, and if you don't have a sissy squat bench, this is a really nice alternative. That feels really nice on your knee tendons. This means you're going to be able to start to squat, start to load that quadricep muscle, start to load that tendon without the awful pain you're going to experience when you're leg pressing, conventional squatting, etc, etc. So, we've gone through patella tendinopathy treatment modalities, isometric leg extensions, isometric leg press. You can go back to those anytime you want to, so once you've used them in the early stages, you can use them at any time to ameliorate your pain, to reduce your pain. And then before we start going back into lax leg press, hack squats, nut squats, you're going to go into your sissy squats, and we're going to progress the weight up to there, to a point where we are relatively pain free, and then we're going to jump back into our leg press, hack squats, pendulums, etc, etc. So, hope that was useful. Brett, I hope that was useful. See you all again soon.